Hello, and welcome to another episode of One Moment. My name is James. I'm a grateful believer in Christ, and I struggle with anger. In today's episode, we want to talk to you about joy. Proverbs 14:10 tells us that the heart knows its own bitterness, and no stranger shares in its joy. We all have our own pain, but did you know that God had a custom-designed joy for you that nobody else gets to experience? Webster's 1828 dictionary defines bitterness as an excessive degree of passion and emotions, a keen sorrow. It defines joy as the passion excited by the expectation of good, an exhilaration of spirits. See, joy doesn't come from good things, but the expectation of good things, and it also comes from the spiritual realm. James 1:2-3 tells us, "Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow." Now, trouble is defined as a disturbance of mind, commotion of spirits, an affliction or uneasiness. Endurance is defined as a state of lasting, a bearing or suffering, continuing under pain or distress, without resisting or yielding. Now, you might hear that definition and think, I don't want any parts of my endurance growing. But the pain and the bitterness that we experience in this life, it serves a purpose. And that purpose is ultimately meant to bring lasting joy to you and to the lives of others around you. In John's Gospel, we hear about the pool of Bethesda, where the angels would come down and trouble the water. Now, the first one in would receive healing. So we hear there that troubled waters brings healing. See, my heart knows its own bitterness and pain. I have past pain and I have today's pain that I'm dealing with. But I still have joy. My custom, personally designed joy and circumstances and even my own horrible actions, well, they can't take that away. When Paul was stranded on the island of Malta, his hand was wounded by a snake. And 3 days later, that wounded hand brought healing to someone else. Friends, we all have wounded hands, and they're all meant to bring healing. And that's where lasting joy comes from. No matter how dark of a place we find ourselves in, God doesn't waste a hurt. At Christmas time, we say it's better to give than to receive. And that's especially true when it comes to healing and joy. So even while I'm in a time of trouble, I can still consider it joy, because I know my endurance will be increased and that God will use my wounded hand to help bring healing to someone else. And while I've experienced joy in my gains and freedom and recovery, my greatest joy has come from watching others find healing from me sharing my pain. So have you had your first taste of joy? And do you want more? Because I promise you there's more in store. Start walking alongside others in recovery. Start sharing your testimony. And watch your joy grow. Your custom-made joy. Not by using your good hand, but by using the wounded one. Thanks for letting me share. If you like what we're doing here, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And we also have a video that goes with this message. So thanks again so much for watching. We really do appreciate your prayers. My name is James, and this is One Moment.